Good morning, LFATV. This is your boy Luis, and as always, thanks for tuning in. Despite all the craziness going around the country right now, I really hope that you guys are having a beautiful day. It's currently Saturday. There's some things that I gotta update you guys on that happened this week. As far as the Supra goes, I received some parts, and there's some stuff that we gotta talk about. Let me show you what I received first though. First of all, forgive me for all the mess that I got on the table right now, but this just kind of stuff laying around everywhere. But first of all, I want to talk about this right here. Looks like a regular cam gear, doesn't it? I'm going to show you guys something, and this is a mistake that I made. And check this out, guys. Yep. I freaking broke this thing right here. This happened like a week and a half ago, and this is completely my mistake. I just want to state that. I want you guys to know, as always, that I am not a professional, that I always try things and sometimes I break stuff, but I move along and try to find a solution. What happened with this? Well, I didn't have no pulley pullers or anything like that to try to remove this pulley, and my dumb butt, just being honest, my dumb butt was trying to hammer basically the shaft out so I could remove these pulleys instead of actually getting a specific tool to try to remove basically the pulleys. And the casing of the CPS pretty much cracked. There was only so many hits that it took before it cracked. Yes, guys, I'm dumb. This was dumb. That was a dumb way to do it, or attempt to do it. So please do not do that. Learn from my mistakes. And yeah, this is why the channel exists. You guys are learning from me, guinea pig, attempting and learning stuff. Now, that being said, I wasn't able to do the CPS anymore. So I reached out to some of you guys. There are many resources when it comes to the 7M nowadays, guys. So please just search online, search on Facebook. There's a lot of good Facebook groups. I want to give a huge shout out to Dominic Forneri. This is his business card right here, Forneri Racing. Just some basic information right here. You guys could pause the video or get the email right there. There's also SR Fab. He also provides certain kits for aftermarket pulleys, but so does Dominic Forneri. So there are resources out there for very high quality parts when it comes to the 7M. What this is right here, this is because you guys got to remember that I was running the OEM pulleys for the cams. Now, I didn't want to spend too much money on aftermarket pulleys. So what this is, guys, right here, this is a OEM pulley that, I don't know if you guys look close enough, right there has been a magnet that has been drilled into the cam gear basically. And Dominic also made a bracket. This is aluminum, I believe, and or billet. I forget what it was, but anyways, this is basically a bracket that's gonna bolt on to the side of the engine right there. Normally you have the little bracket to help you remove the engine, but this is gonna bolt up right there, guys. And you guys could see there's a hole right there, and that's where the sensor is gonna be located. And every time the intake side of the cam makes a revolution, the magnet is pretty much gonna touch, or not touch, but go over the sensor. And that is my new cam trigger sensor. Whew, that was a lot, but it was important for me to mention that. But yeah, huge shout out to Dominic. Get in contact with him, reach out to him, tell him your boy Luis over here at LFATV sent you. And if you guys are wanting to delete the CPS, or if you guys made my mistake and broke the OEM CPS, go ahead and reach out to him, man. Quality stuff. Or SR Fab. They're both good guys. So this might be a longer video, guys. Some talking and explaining to do. So now you might be asking, what am I gonna do with the side hole of the CPS? Now, Dominic also provides a billet cover that goes basically over the side of the head right there, and it looks very nice, very beautiful. I am gonna be going a different route just because of my budget. I did some research, and this, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, I posted about this. This right here is a freeze plug, and it's a specific number. You guys aren't able to see through the camera right now, but I'm gonna post a specific part number on the description. So basically this is a freeze plug, in which is going to be installed like it is like on a regular engine. Put some silicone of your choice, and basically it's going to go in here, and then that's going to be pretty much sealed, so we're not going to have to worry about the side of the hole right there. Anyways, let's get this thing on. I'm going to go ahead and mount the bracket first, so I'm going to set you guys up. Alright guys, so on second hand it was actually easier to take off, or to have the bracket off, not mounted, and then to install the sensor, and then one of the nut washers, so I don't know what you call these, to be honest. Throw it on. You screw this on because the bracket is actually threaded on the inside right there, so it gets screwed on, and then once the other pulley finishes drying up, I'm gonna go ahead and install the pulley, and basically with the filler gauge we're gonna measure out the distance between the magnet and the sensor. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on right now. Alright, so that's basically with the bracket installed, with the sensor mounted. Now once we get that one to dry out, we're gonna go ahead and install the pulley. And then from there, right now, basically the engine is top dead center. And then once we button up the timing belt and pretty much tighten up the pulley, once it's on, we're just gonna clock the engine. So we're gonna basically clock it because I believe the magnet on it is up here. So we're gonna clock it so the magnet is right on top of the filler, the sensor. And then with the filler gauge, we're gonna measure the distance between it and then tighten it up. Alright, so the pulley is fully dried. You guys can see we covered the tooth where the magnet's at. And if you guys can see, it's gonna be mounted like this, and the magnet is all the way to the left. So we're gonna clock the engine after we install it and do the distance. Now this is just for reference, but I basically grabbed some of my old paint that I did for the valve covers, and I just added a little blue line for the timing line, and I added a silver one for the magnet, where basically where the tooth is on the magnet. That would just make it a little easier instead of having to look on the back side for the magnet when it comes to timing or anything like that. But yeah. Alright guys, so we got the belt on. I got the freeze plug here. I'm just gonna put some gray silicone all around it, and then I got a socket in which is kind of the same size, and then we're gonna push it in a little bit and make sure it's installed right. So let's do it. Well, there you guys have it. This is a CPS update. Got the side of it plugged up, so that's actually gonna look a lot better. So I guess if you want to look at it in a good way, we eliminated the CPS on this side, and then we got the bracket right there, and then the sensor in the back. For the time being, we're not gonna space it out just yet because I do have to run the wires to the ECU. And by the way, Dominic also provides instructions for these and wiring guides for the color combinations or the color codes of the wires. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that I still haven't done, I need to go get some bolts for the crank wheel. So I need to buy bolts for that, and that's pretty much I'm gonna try to make that the next video. But for the time being, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and continue on this build off. Supras in Vegas, that's the plan. We're gonna try to book it to go there. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, please ask down below. I'm gonna link Dominic's and SR Fab's Facebook pages down below in the description. They have quality, top-notch products for the 7Ms. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good that there's some resources out there for 7Ms now, and you guys can make some good power in these engines. And reliability is pretty much all depending on you and what you do to it. But other than that, guys, signing off. On to the next video, guys. Peace out.